Hi, I'm Elle. I'm the Keystone Stitcher, and I'm back with a special floss tube for you. And this is the flip through of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition of 2025. So I just received this in the mail yesterday, and this is probably my favorite since 2014 or so, so probably in like the last 10 years. This is my favorite. So I'm going to get right into it. These charts are typically they're typically shown as just, here's one, as just the very top of a page. So when all I have is a little design to show you, I will put in a larger image so you can get the details. This is separated into 5 sections. We have Spirited Stitches, Spooky Fun, the Dark Side, which is where I like, the Light Side, and Witchy Brew. Normally Just Cross Stitch, especially in their specials, their Halloween and their Christmas, they used to give us 2 different flosses. For example, maybe you'd have Madeira and DMC, or you'd have Anchor and DMC. Well, this time, for the most part, all I'm seeing is just DMC. So if it uses something other than DMC, I will tell you, otherwise assume it's DMC. I will tell you if there are specialty stitches or any kind of specialty flosses. But other than that, I'm just going to give you the details on the actual design. So we're in the very first section. This is Spirited Stitches. And let's see if I can get my finger off there. So those are the ones, and we're going to start with this one right here. This is Forget Me Not by Wrought Iron Stitching. It's 56 by 53. All of the finishing instructions are either on the article or they're at the end of the magazine. So this next one is Ghost Walk. This is kind of cute. Little ghost taking his ghost dog for a walk. This is 70 by 70. It's by 3 Tiny Owls. You do have a little bit of back stitch on this one. And it looks like it is at the gate around the house is where the back stitch is. And a little bit, a couple straight lines on the ghost and on the dog. This is called Happy Malloween. This is by Cute Embroidery by Kate. It's 53 by 44. And this one is also back stitched. We now have Little Mushroom Ghost. This one I think is really cute. This is by the Little Stitcher. It's 44 by 38. And typically I'd save those colors, and that is not me, but I'm drawn to this a lot. So for Halloween, something that's not out year round, that might get stitched. This is called Paranormal Activity. It is by Flossie Fox Shop. It's 40 by 44. If you're into kittens, that's cute. This next one is Lil Ghosties by Twisted Willow Design. It's 61 by 61, and this is stitched on a red fabric. It's by Atomic Ranch. Let's see, Atomic Ranch Joylyn Ada from Rogue Stitching. This has some back stitch in it. But it's not too bad. It's very simple, straightforward back stitch. Okay, now we have Boo Crew, and that's this one right here. And that is by 3 Tiny Owls. It is 81 by 92. You've got a couple French knots, and you've got 2 colors of back stitch. And there is a considerable amount of back stitch in that one. Okay, this is called Cemetery Row Sampler, and this is the one that I would like to stitch, but just part of it. So I'm thinking I would like to stitch just the cemetery scene and maybe the Happy Halloween, or I'm also looking at just stitching this section right here. So the 3 tombstones and the ghost coming out and the bat. So that would be, I just don't need the alphabet numbers. I'm not a sampler person. This is by Handmade with Chrissy. It's 102 by 77. If you can hear the heavy equipment out there, I'm really sorry. I thought they were finally done. This is Ghostly Heights. This one is by Haunted Frames, designed by Amanda Elliott. And it's got some straight stitches in it. And you can pretty much see your straight stitches are here. You know, hold it. So that's a hot air balloon. I love the colors of that. I really do. They really pop on that black fabric. So. Okay, now our next section is called Spooky Fun. There's a couple in here that are really cute. And I always try to cover up a section with my hand. Okay, so this first one is called Beware. And I just think that's adorable. Little bee dressed up as Dracula. This is by Milo Mini by Xenia. It is, she has a Facebook group. It's 65 by 42. And this one uses Gentle Art Sampler Threads, Gentle Art Simply Shaker. It's got a little bit of backstitch. Oh, it's on the lettering for the Beware. Part of the letters are straight stitched. It does give you the DMC equivalent, and you have four colors. So if you want to stitch that, there'd be four colors to purchase if you wanted the shaker threads. This next one is called Trick or Tweet. This is a birdhouse by Wrought Iron Stitching. It's 57 by 44. This one has four colors of backstitch, so there's considerable amount of backstitch. It's not a lot of backstitch. The windows are backstitched and the legs for the birds are backstitched, but each one uses a different color. This next one is called Halloween Tree by the Elfin Forest, and it's 59 by 54. This one gives you the option of Anchor or DMC, but it also has two colors of Weeks Dye Works with the DMC alternative included if you don't want to use that. Okay, this next one has three designs. It's called Glow and Sparkle Trio by Stitch Sprout. So you get a ghost that says boo, you get a moon, and you get, looks like little pumpkin pails. These are 34 by 34. The moon is 34 by 33. The other two are 34 by 34. This uses Krynic. So the entire things are stitched in Krynic, and you have 6 Krynic colors to stitch it in. There is no DMC, so every single cross stitch is done in Krynic. So those are cute. I don't like working with metallic threads, so I probably wouldn't. This next one is called Painted Windows. Now, that's this picture right here. And this one is 67 by 63. It's by Chantel of Paint with Stitches. And what is kind of cool about what she did is she gives you the entire chart, but she tells you that all the windows, all these colorful windows, are your choice. So go into your stash and find whatever color you want, and she just tells you every single window, the symbol is a circle, and it says Stitcher's Choice. There is some backstitch, but that is mostly in the windows, a little bit by the door. So you can see there's a little bit of backstitch over here. So very simple. So that's kind of interesting. That's a way you could use up some of those. I'm famous for, now I bobbinate, but if I have, a piece of thread, I'm famous for putting it back on my spool, my bobbin, and saving it in case I ever need just a couple stitches yeah. So that would be the perfect time for me to go in and see how many of those I have and actually stitch that. But I think that's really, really cute. Did I tell you the size of that? It's 67 by 63. Okay, so this next one is Let the Ghost Out, ghost plural, and this is one I really want to stitch. This is by the Stitch Crypt, and it is 104 by 85. And you have a choice of Cosmo or DMC in this one. There is no backstitch, no specialty threads or any kind of specialty stitches. And I just think she is the coolest thing ever. So that one, at some point here, I would like to stitch. This next one is called Spooky Moth Shadow Box. This is by Noctiflora Design, Gretchen Myers. It's 148 by 66, and this is just DMC. And so you can see this is stitched on a black fabric and then put in a frame so it looks like it's a shadow box of moss. And I love the moss. I wouldn't do it this way. I think I would almost do it in something I could cut out and turn into an ornament. I'm not really a fan of perforated paper, but that would be a really cool one to do on the perforated paper and then be able to, you know, for Halloween I have a little tree that I have out, little branches, and I could hang each of those on it. So that's something I'm considering because I do love how those look. This next one is called The Morgue the Merrier. It's by Black Waltz Stitching, and it's 82 by 133. And there's that one. And your list of floss, there's quite a few flosses there. But yeah, really, really cute. We've got an ad now here. Okay, so this next section is called The Dark Side. And of course, when I see something that says dark, I like spooky, creepy for Halloween. So I immediately look at the dark side. This one here, I'm in love with, but I think it's the fabric I'm really in love with. So I would have to decide if it's the fabric I'm in love with and how to get that fabric, or if I would like it on a different fabric. So this first one is called Dancing Skeletons. It's by Mellow of December Stitches. Simone and Mel of December Stitches. It's 70 by 70. You have 3 colors of backstitch. I don't see what, oh, okay. So you got the spider web, and then you have backstitch for, I'll show you on this one, on her shoes right down here. So not a lot of backstitch. This next one is called Dark Visitor. And I kind of like this too. This is by Elizabeth Jenkins Batty of Cochineal and Indigo. It's 70 by 45. And yeah, I like that. You do have 4 colors of backstitch, and you do have French knots. Yeah, you have French knots for the bats and his eyes. Okay, this next one is called Peace Out. This is the one that I really, really think is cool. This is 64 by 65. It is stitched on a piece of sunflower printed fabric, Nebula Lugana from Rogue Stitching, and it's a 28 count. And it does use there's considerable amount of backstitch on this one. You can see he's all backstitched, his hands, his fingers, you know, he's backstitched. But yeah, I really like him. This next one is called Free Hugs. This is from the Stitcherhood. It's 65 by 65. And it simply uses 2 colors. It uses 310 and it uses 414, not 413. It was stitched on a piece of 14 count, but yeah, he's cute. He's really cute. I don't know that I would do Free Hugs. I might just do him without the words. This next one is called Raven Rose by Jessie Schofield. It's 61 by 46, and you have an option of Anchor or DMC, and you have 2 colors of backstitch. The rose is backstitched, and the eagle is backstitched, or the raven, sorry, the eagle. So yeah, that one's nice. This next one is called Ghoulish. Okay, that beeping was driving me crazy. I hope it wasn't bothering you too much. This is Ghoulish Glow by Paddock Lane Designs. It uses 2, 4, 5 Gentle Art Sampler threads. It does give you the DMC alternative, and there are French knots. Don't quite know where the French knots are. Oh, the bat's eyes. Okay. This next one is called Graveyard Biscornu. This is by KEB Studio Creations. It's 80 by 80 each. So you have to stitch 2 pieces. So there's the top, and then this is on every corner of the bottom piece. And yeah. So this one, let me see. This one uses DMC or Sullivan's. You do have some backstitch. It also uses DMC light effects for stitching and for backstitch. So that one's, you know, you've got, I've never used light effects. Have you? I'd be curious what you think of it. I kind of avoid metallic, and so I just haven't done that one. This next one, this is called Endless Love. And I'm in love with this. I'm obsessed with this. This is artwork adapter for cross stitch by Les Petits Croix de Lucie, I think is how you say it. It's 109 by 105. Look at that. If I did this, I would eliminate the butterflies and stuff on the outside and just stitch the 2 of them. It does not tell me who the original artwork was by, and this almost has a feeling of AI. So that kind of, I never thought I would be considering that a magazine has AI in it. But because the original artwork is not specified who the artist was, has me wondering. But I love that. So that's something I might contact the company and see, reach out to them and just see if this is AI or not. But I am obsessed. And let me see, I didn't look to see what the threads were. There are blends, but everything is DMC. You've got a few French knots. There's a large list. Let me see if I can show you, just because part of the chart is on the bottom. So that's your list of flosses for that one. This next one's called The Watchers, and I can show you. This one says Cemetery Road, and this says Dead End. This is by Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. The artist is Elizabeth Spurlock. It's 112 by 69. I think that gives me a Harry Potter vibe. What about you? That I really like that, but that does give me a Harry Potter vibe. You have 2 colors of backstitch. It doesn't seem too complicated. Let's see, what do we have? Now we have what's called the light side. These are more cute Halloween. And so here we go there. And I think those gourd faces are just so cute. The frog sitting on that one is cute as well, but if anything, I really like those gourd faces. So this first one is the one with the frog. Love the frog with the witch's hat on it. It is by JB Cross Stitch. It is 65 by 61. You have 2 colors of backstitch, but it's all in DMC. This next one is called Celtic Knot Bat. It is by Franny Ritter Designs. It is 44 by 44, and it is charted in Sullivan's. It does not have a DMC equivalent to it, and it does use 2 colors of Mill Hill Petite seed beads. This one is Let It Shine. This is by Tranquility Tree Designs. It is 52 by 52, and this one is DMC this time. You have a couple back stitches, but you can kind of see all those lines coming out of the rays coming out from the pumpkin, and then there's some back stitch on the pumpkin. And then we have those 2 gourds. They're called Goofy Gourds by X Free Stitch. It's 61 by 65. And boy, is there a lot of back stitch on them. And this one, I can show you the back here. This one uses some blends, but that's the list of floss. All right, now we have Hallows Eve Sampler by Wrought Iron Stitching. This is a Quakerish design. It uses 4 colors of Weeks Dye Works or the equivalent of DMC. There's no backstitch or French knots or anything like that on this one. This one's Tiny Pumpkins by Wickham Cottage. It's 63 by 65. Your options are DMC. Now we come to Little Frankie, and it looks like they made this. They used beads for the hanger. They stuffed this. I would picture this as almost like a keychain or something to hook on a backpack for a kid through the zipper, the hole of the zipper. This is by Praiseworthy Stitches. It is 70 by 54, and it uses Black Mill Hill Petite Seed, so it'd be the neck, the bolt on the neck of Frankie. You also have Weeks Dye Works or the equivalent of DMC, and there's 5 Weeks Dye Works. So that's cute. I don't know who I would make that for, but yeah, it's cute. This next one is called Halloween is My Favorite, and it says Cat and Bat and Ghost and Witch, Halloween is my favorite to stitch. Now, that's not really me. I don't do a lot of things with words, although you can see my Stephen King back there. It's the only thing I have in, no, I have End of Forest Screw that has words on it, but those are the only 2 pieces with words on them in my home. I would take like this little cat and take that out for something. You know, the hat maybe I would take out, and I would take pieces of it that I really like and save it. So this one is 95 by 131. It is by Mod Cross Patterns. They have their own website. And let's see. You do have one Gentle Art sampler thread. It does have the DMC equivalent on it. So if you like that one's mostly DMC. Have to be careful. I will show you the back of that. This next one is called Halloween Stitching Sampler. And that's right there. Who's that one by? That is by Nikki's Creations, and it's 60 by 88. Sorry about that. It kind of reminds me of, why am I drawing a blank? Never mind. It'll come to me later. Now this next one is called Witchy Brew, and at least one of these I would like to stitch. So that's your Witchy Brew. Can you decide which one of this I would stitch? And if you pick that one, yeah, you're right. So that's the first one I'll tell you about. That is called The Messenger by Twisted Willow Designs. It's 65 by 65. And I'm so shocked that that's 65 by 65. There's so much detail in that. I thought that would be larger. This next one is called Witch's Helper. This is by X Free Stitch. It's 69 by 68. And I can actually show you this page, but look at all the colors of floss. And you have some blends. But isn't he cute? It's amazing you need that many colors for something that tiny. But yeah, he's absolutely adorable. This next one is called Witchy Boots. It's by Century Farm Stitching, and it's 51 by 51. This one uses one Gentle Art Simply Shaker and 3 Weeks Dye Works and 1 Krynic. You do have the DMC equivalent. Where is the Krynic? Oh, the Krynic is on the belt buckles. The buckles on the boots, belt buckles. This is called Witch of Whiskers. This is by Sprouting Lupine. It's 57 by 41. And this one uses a French knot and a couple of colors of backstitch. I don't know. The French knots look like they're on, no, the beads are on, those are, yeah, French knots are on the front of the spider, so like the eyes. They almost look like beads in the picture. And then we have Blessed Bee. This is by the Elfin Forest, and it is 55 by 57. And I think I would just do her. I really like her, holding the raven and her wand. But yeah, like the moon would be something that would be cute to put somewhere. I do like the moon a lot. I wouldn't do the border around it, even if I did everything else. So, but yeah, I like that one. The next one is Poison Pantry by Magic Moon Stitch, and it's 69 by 59. And let's see, you have a French knot and you've got some backstitch, but it's pretty straightforward. This next one I saw and went, I have to do this. This is called Dreamweaver Witch. It's by Raven Stitchcraft. It's 140 by 110. Now I want to show you, I need to get, so remember this one, and this is one I stitched from, I believe, 2014. And wouldn't those two look amazing next to each other? So this is one of my all-time favorite Halloween pieces I've ever stitched. And I think she would be perfect with it. I don't remember what the fabric was that I used on this. So I would just have to get, it's an Aida. I would just have to find something very similar, and then I could put these two together. But yeah, this one, I need to do this one. Just absolutely amazing. And the whole thing is done in 310. And just, there's so much about that I like. All right, so then what do we have? All right, then we have Casting Spells. This is by Little Lion Stitchery. It's 88 by 73. And it's that right there. This does all of this green. And on her face is Neon Green by DMC Light Effects. And everything else is just regular DMC. But that green, all that green is Light Effects. And you can see it's in her face as well. And on that book. And then we have Tonight I Fly. This is a little, well, a bookmark. This is by the Stitch Crypt, and it's 37 by 105. And you've got some backstitch on this, but other than that, it's just plain DMC. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to try to cut that out. And then the rest of it is, you know, you have your basic stitches. They talk about your stitching. You have some advertisements. Here you have again how to do your stitches. And then there is instructions for finishing, including how to make a twisted cord. And then we have the double page spread that has all of the designs on it that are included in this magazine. More instructions. And then the back cover is just some more Mill Hill. So that is the Just Cross Stitch Halloween Edition 2025. I've shown you the projects that I am absolutely in love with. Tell me your favorites down below and let me know if you have this or if you're going to pick it up and stitch some of these. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye and I will see you soon. Bye.